Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks very much for stopping by. And we are here again on What's Farm. What? So, I was looking around for stuff to help me skish my silage, since that was an issue. It took me, 20 minutes just to level that one little load. And they had all kinds of neat bits of gear for doing it, and they were all $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, and then I ran across this thing. And it's only $5,000. I think it'll make it up the hill. And if it does, I've been assured it is great for flattening silage. So, I mean, she's just a little thing. There we go. Oh, I didn't expect it was going to be fast. Alright. Like I say, but I think what it is going to do is skish silage like a booger. So, you may have noticed, or you may not if you have not been here before. And if you have not been here before, you can subscribe if you like what you see by clicking the icon down in the bottom right hand corner. Now, but those of you that are not in that category may have noticed I changed back to my old start video. Now, the reason for that is, well, basically since, and I'm sure almost all of you understand, that start video thing, the fake PSA, public service that was supposed to be like PBS, was entirely meant in an absolutely joking fashion. That's why each sponsor was a small running joke, right down to Bob and Doug McKenzie for the National Film Board. But since I started using that, I have been bleeding subscribers and views like a sucking chest wound. There's a pleasant thought. But, yeah. So, and I've received a few rather scathing comments here and there. And oddly enough, if you look, I've got 200 videos in a row that have nothing but likes. Now, they don't get a lot. 7 or 10 likes is a wow. Geez, I should make a long-standing life series out of that one. But I started getting dislikes on videos, and pretty much every video since it was released, since I started that new thing. Okay, we want this guy over here. So I have switched back. As I said, it was entirely meant as a joke, but I think some people took it as a, well, I guess basically just a big beg, when in fact the idea was, of course, to make humor of the whole, look, I'm on YouTube and I'm begging for money. There's an original concept, So, yeah, maybe not, well, those of you that are subscribers to my channel know that I'm not often the sharpest tack in the box. Okay, I think this is going to work great. Just the way it went over that, it felt like it was squashing heck out of that silage. So, and for those of you that are new to the channel and are going, what the heck is he on about? Is he always this yappy? Well, to answer the second question, yes. To answer the first question, well, I recently started up a Patreon channel, just to sort of help out a little bit. I'm on a disability pension. I'm darn near 60 years old, and just to help defray the cost of the, well, I suppose we could call it entertainment. Yeah, I know, I have a hard time saying it with a straight face, too. But anyway, I did set up a Patreon channel. And I thought, just to throw a little humor at the fact that, now I'm actually asking for money to do this, however little or none you'd like to contribute. But just to humor it up, I made this sort of fake public service announcement. You can go look at a video from the last week or so. And, well, this is the result. I've gone back. I'm going to do a better intro video, by the way. And I will, guys. I promise. It's funny, the intro video that I'm currently using, the Species 7 Presents, yeah, even the name on it, the title, the file title that I used was interim video, because I had no intention of keeping it. There we are. So I know this is going to thrill you. We're back to collecting some more silage, because I need to see if that's going to work for us. Because old Morgan there at Marvelous Mad Marvin's, whatever the heck the place is called, told me if it didn't work, he would, of course, you know, gladly refund my money and sell me an object for, I believe it was $7,800, that probably outweighs either of my current tractors. So I would have to buy an expensive weight. But yeah, that's our only other option. So I'm really hoping the little Capiteller style tractor works. Okay, I can't see anything through all the diesel smoke this guy's putting out here. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, I'm still in a row. Cool. The shadows up here play havoc with me because I find these lines of plain grass are quite difficult to see, even though they are a pretty decent sized hedgerow, actually. Oh, looks like there's some just mist above us. Or I'm not on a line anymore, or... No, we're still picking up grass. Yeah, I find it really difficult to see the lines up amongst these trees. Wow. Almost impossible, to be honest with you. I think I'm down 2 lines now. Oh well, let's just get it picked up. So yeah, I have gone back to this old thing. And I apologize if anyone was offended by my sad attempts at humor. You know, yeah, I'm afraid social skills are not something that do well by being left to ferment. They're something you must take out often and use the heck out of. Otherwise you just don't get better. So yeah, as I say, if I offended anyone other than fans of the National Film Board of Canada, as a Canadian it's my right to call them out or play them up or use them in general hilarity as I see fit. And just an FYI, I am finding it a little bit of a struggle to manage 3 videos a day. So, that was something that I said I would start doing if, you know, you guys would sort of let this whole Patreon thing slide a little bit. And I have been doing just that. Now, I actually wanted to do this a couple of days ago, and in fact, minus the magic of YouTube, this is actually a couple of days ago. Yeah. But as I also mentioned a couple of times, I'm now doing at least a full day's worth in advance. So that if, you know, if the arthritis or some real life crisis other than my own personal foibles happens to get in the way, I won't leave you guys without a little bit of my attempts at entertainment. So yeah, the unfortunate thing is, now there was 4 of the 6 videos that I've pre-recorded are sort of like this. So if I delete episodes, you know, suddenly I've gone from having nothing in my silage pit to having ready to go silage to feed my cows. You know, the processing in between would be gone. The machines, the deal, the whole, anything we do for those 2 episodes. It's a very episodic type of Let's Play. You know, the others were a couple of Farmers Dynasty. same things. They were important enough as to what I'd done. I really cannot see the rows on these hills, man. We're finally getting out of that shadow, and I can only miss a little piece in the middle. Oh, we're full. Yeah, Bob. Let's get the heck out of here, man. A good running start so we can make the hill by the farm. It's an awful long coast, isn't it? But, yeah, same thing with Farmer's Dynasty. You know, how do I suddenly go from selling 100 bales when, you know, last time you guys saw I had my one little field with 3 bales worth of straw on it. So, yeah. So I kind of had to put them up, and once they're rendered, I can't really drag them back into my editor and, you know, well, maybe I don't know. I don't think it's quite the same thing, to be honest with you. I've tried it, and it comes up with all kinds of weirdness. Now, there may be a way to do it. I'm just, again, you know, as I said, I'm not the sharpest tack in your butt, so, in the box, the wall, I don't know, whatever the tack one is. So, yeah. Come on, man. Vroom. Look at that tachometer's just plastered, and the rest of us is just doing not much. Here we go, here we go. Yes. So yeah, I wanted to get that out there, and I mean, I could have done it on another game video, because I did have one open slot that would have got this done a day earlier. However, I'm still as sad as they are. I do still pretty much get the most constant views on this particular game. I can't count on getting good views on another game. And I know that most of my regular viewers, this is why you're here. I like the way that corn's coming along. I don't know why that particular field appeals to me. Maybe because I drive by it each time, you know, for a good length of time, every time I go by here. And we've seen from when it was a couple of different colored plants when it came up, and now it's got the bit of silk starting to form on the tops and down where it's going to produce cobs. And yeah. Ever tell you guys I grew mutant corn once? Yeah. I was, as a lot of you may know, I work for one of the, this is pre and or past, if you guys missed the d on the end of that, for one of the largest plant nutrient companies on the planet. And, well, as such, I also often got, you know, trial products, leftover products, bits and bobs from some of the medical growers and stuff who had leftovers and had switched to another type of system or whatever the case is. But and I've always been a real big fan of growing my own vegetables and stuff like that. In fact, even here at the apartment, I'm still harvesting tomatoes from a couple of the plants that I put out. I also harvested a nice stalk of beans, etc. So I still do that. But anyway, we were living out at a house at the time, and I built a huge raised garden. 3, I think they were 12 by 20 something plots. You know, raised 2 feet above the level of the grass, blah, 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 blah. And one half, I think, of one plot, I put corn seed in. And it just happened from the little additives and blah, blah, blahs. And they were all organics, because that's all I go with. I still do to this day. But the different combinations of some of the new products that we come out with and stuff, I started growing corn that would come up with 3 stalks, each bearing 3 or 4 cobs. And yeah, it was really, really freaky. I took pictures of it. I showed it to the people working at the company that I was employed with, i.e. my 3 bosses and such. And they were they were quite intrigued, but by the same token realized, as I did, that it was, in fact, a bit of a mutation and not something we could count on repeating. Plus, I hadn't exactly kept documentation of all of the little if, ands, or buts that I had been giving them. Oh, so let's start unloading here. But yeah, it was really neat. So, needless to say, those 2 rows of corn produced considerably more cobs than you would normally get. And I do mean considerable. You know, we were figuring, oh, we'll get a dinner or 2, you know, just plant a couple of rows and, you know, we can invite some of the family over and have a little bit of corn with dinner. Yeah, no, we had enough to be able to throw some in the old freezerator. So yeah, that was kind of cool. Alright. Oh, I guess I should let it... There we go. Alright, let's see how efficient this is. Like I said, the other one, it was just terrible. Absolutely terrible. First thing we'll do is just go right down the middle. I don't think it's going to have any issues getting up there. Oh yeah. It's not bad. Well, still not exactly speedy, but... but it's kind of fun. Darn, I'm probably going to let that be the determining factor, too. And just have to do this 10 or 20 times. Man, I was really hoping this would be... Well, it is, actually. It's probably twice as good as I was managing with the tractor. And that was pulling the wagon behind it. Because, yeah, I'd get maybe 2 or 3 from an entire pass. I've already been over that section. Looks like it's this part that needs some skishing. Yeah. So yeah, I think fun factor alone, I'm going to have to keep this and use it. I don't think it's got any sort of hitching abilities. So we're not going to be able to heavy it up any more than it is. But yeah, it's doing a nice job. I'm liking it. And I would imagine in real life it probably takes a fair bit to do this, doesn't it? You know? This edge is probably pretty good as it is. Get a feeling it's more this side that needs a bit of work. There we are. There we go. 100%. Man, this is a long pit. Holy smokes. Indeed. Alrighty, well, that was certainly, something. That was certainly something. But she's a compacted knight. Absolutely. I'm just gonna drive over it anyway. Yeet. We're still doing good with our fill level. We are 1% of our blade is used on this, so that's all right. I don't think we'll need to be changing them up this year. Not by the look of that. So I do appreciate everyone's patience, etc., that has stayed with the channel through this bit of a transitional thing. And yeah, I you know, really thank all of you that are Patreon sponsors. I wish there was, if you can think of anything, let me know, but I wish there was some sort of a more tangible sort of reward thing I could give you guys. So, like I said, I figured throwing another video a day would at least show you I am trying to work for what I get. Alrighty, here we go. And I'm trying to pick things out that I think will be of interest too. I'm not just sort of throwing up whatever the heck I think I can get my hands on. And some of them are turning out to be a little less successful than I might hope, whereas others look like they may be generating some interest, which is what I'm after. And be sure to tell me, guys, you know, if you want to see more of a certain thing, because I have been trying to get a lot of variety up there, just looking for something else to, you know, something else to provide some entertainment value. Would lights help up here, I wonder? Sorta, kinda, maybe, not really, You can see what I mean about missing high beams. Missing rows that are up here in the shadows. You really cannot see them, man. At least I can't. And yeah, I'm wearing my glasses. But okay. Oh, it does help, doesn't it? Quite a bit, actually. You don't really notice. You turn them off, and then there's just nothing. Absolutely nothing. This poor little tractor does struggle. Alright, now I really lost track of any sort of row. Oh, looks like there might be a bit here. Yeah. Okay. So, let's grab ourselves a row here. I think I've missed more up there, up under that shadow part. But we'll see how we do. As long as we get enough of this into the pit that we can actually cover it and get it cooking, I'll be happy, happy, happy. So, I think I sort of got a question. Oh, okay, yeah, you can, that's right. You can turn off the silage additive. I was just thinking it's probably not something I want to be using should I decide to haul up some straw or something like that. I probably don't want to be sloshing silage additive into it. Alright, here's a big row that I've missed. Get that picked up. The Z key will actually allow you to continue working but not using silage additive. Very good. Very good. That's funny, one counter goes down, one goes up. Right on. I'm working on it. The cows don't need grass. I don't know why it keeps insisting that they do. Whoopsie. Here we are, cows. Cows, this is cows, right? Yeah, health 66, that ain't great, but... Hey, next animal in 3,154 hours. Well, you put 2 female cows in a barn, and I suppose this is the kind of result you're going to be thinking about, isn't it? Dopey. Ooh, 310 liters of milk. Cool. So they get water, straw, and look, grass. Yes. It's just silage and power food, which of course, until I get this particular chore completely done, we don't really have much of a chance of. So. And I see there's another row here. Try and get these edges picked up and out of the way. Okay, that's the end of that one. Shut it off for a minute. There we go. Oh, we'll definitely get enough to fill that, well, not fill, obviously, but we'll definitely get enough to put some silage down for the calves. The cows. And certainly easier to see once it's tethered, isn't it? Oh man, I just completely lost track of whatever was back there. I think we ran out. There we go. A little bit hard getting over that one hump, but we made her. Oh, we should be full again at the end of this path. Oh, not quite. Oh, yep, exactly. Wow. There you go. There you go. So, I'm going to continue to do this until, well, till I can no longer do this. And then I'll throw the cover over there, and we will well on our way to getting some proper food into our cattles. So I've got $4,000 left. One of the things we will need to buy, of course, is a way to, well, get this into our cattle in a mixed food form. And I think the device we're going to do that with would be, I believe we can actually afford it even because it's stupidly cheap, this, the Silo King. It's a little forage mixer. Just fits onto your 3-point. Kind of like the Gawile. Difference being $10,000. And this is what I really wanted. I thought this was just outstanding. It's like a really old trailer and it's got a grinder built into it, but $41,000, man. Right? So, but yeah, we're going to be using that little puppy. Just, it's all I can afford. You know, I actually like both of the others a little bit more, only because they don't look as modern and so would fit our gear better. But yeah, I don't want to fire $10,000 worth of trees into the lake just to get a cosmetic change. Yeah, I know, I've done worse, but it was a dollar tractor. Give me a break. Alright, are we going to get up here? Man, slow but sure. Oh, well. That's what it's about, I guess. And speaking of what it's about, I do hope everybody enjoyed the episode. If you did, please consider hitting the like button on your way out. And you can hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of when my next video goes up. I'll give you a hint, though, if you don't feel like hitting the bell. Every day. So, there you are. And at least 2 or 3 videos. As I said, it's getting to be a bit of a struggle, 3 videos, but we'll see. I mean, you guys should be getting something for your great devotion. So, this is going to be it for this episode. Hope everybody enjoyed. It's been Species 7 for Watts Farm. Big shout out to my buddy Clint for making the map. And, till next time, take care of each other, folks. Ciao for now.